morning. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Happy Monday. It's your girl, Kimberly Reece. Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to Motivation Mondays. Coffee talk in the car with Kim. Hi. Good morning. So I'm happy to be here again. I told you guys every Monday at 11 a.m. we are going to do live videos. Um, I know that some of you are joining me. Happy Monday. Happy Motivation Monday. Okay, guess what? So I have a special guest coming on today. So I'm going to do a little chat first. And then I'm going to bring her on and we're going to talk about some things. I'm excited for you to hear about this awesome woman. Yes, I gave it away. It's a woman who is doing great things in our city and has for many, many, many years, and as well as the state. Okay, many years. So before I bring her on, hello to those who are watching. I can't see you. Please say hello. Again, this is Motivation Monday. This is a live video. It will be shared later. I want you to, in the comment box, I need you to mention or say something that motivates you. We're going to do this every Monday until God says, okay, Kim, it's enough. But I'm going to do it every Monday at 11 a.m. Now, you probably wonder, well, Kim, why 11 a.m.? Well, I do it at 11 a.m. because, number one, those who work like 7 to 3, they go to lunch at like 11 a.m. And then those of you who work like 9 to 5, like you're about to go to lunch and you're kind of bored. It's like, okay, well, tune in and talk to Kim. So, yay! So, one thing I want to do is I'm going to start highlighting a business every Monday that is local or national. It doesn't matter. Specifically, I'm looking for entrepreneurs that are self-employed like myself. And I want to really promote your business. Hello to those who are in the room. Please say hello to me because I can't see you. So, but I don't have a local business to talk about today. I do want to say a shout out to my girl, Tiffany Ware. Happy birthday, sis. I will tell you this. I will give you her website. She is the one who I buy a lot of my accessories from. Hi, Michael Stewart. Mwah. Hi, baby. Hi. Good morning. We talk to you too. So Tiffany Ware has a website. It's glamhoarder.com. And she sells awesome accessories for women and men. She sells men's cufflinks and stuff like that too. Really nice stuff. So, and then men go there too if you want to buy stuff for your lady friend. Christmas is coming up and all that good stuff. So, I want to shout out also today Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin'. I'm going to tell you why I'm shouting Dunkin' Donuts. Now, they got a lot of money. They don't need a shout out from me, right? But I'm shouting out Dunkin' Donuts because the one that's located on the corner of Plainfield and Hunt Road is wonderful. And I don't drink coffee really that much. However, I am drinking coffee now because I can get it in decaf. And every now and then I have just a taste for it. I don't know. Do you have those cravings? Like you just want to crave something, and you want something, you just want to crave, you crave it. That's how coffee is for me. Like if I smell it, I'm like, oh, I want that coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker though. I don't drink coffee really. But if I can get it in decaf, I'll drink it. So McDonald's doesn't have it in decaf. Starbucks, I'm not a huge Starbucks fan. Sorry, Starbucks people. But Dunkin' now has decaf. So yay. Hello to everybody watching. Welcome to Motivation Monday. Please, I want you in the in the chat box there, down there. I want you to put something that you're motivated about on Mondays. What motivates you to do life, to encourage others, to move around and just get things done? What motivates you? So, I have a special guest today I'm going to bring on with me. And again, this video will be shared, so you guys will get to see it later if you don't want to stay. But I'm going to wave at Michael. Hi, Michael. Michael is, oh gosh, such a sweetheart to me. Michael Stewart. Yeah, he runs a online gospel radio station. And he does a lot of promotion. And he is a publicist now. He was my assistant, so a long time ago. Love him. So shout out to Duncan and Yummy. I get a mocha with a little bit of just a little bit of chocolate in it, and just a little bit of whipped cream on top. It's a little special treat. Why not? Special treat. For those of you who are just doing your keto stuff and all that, it's a special treat. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Okay, so as I wait for my guest to come on, let's talk about some things. So I want to give you guys a quote that I think is really great. And the quote is, "Your limitation, it's only your imagination." Bam. Drop the mic. What? Your limitation, it's only your imagination. It's only your imagination. In other words, the world is available. There's so much things that we can do. And let me say this. And you all know that I am a huge advocate for Africa, specifically Ghana. And, you know, there's lots of countries in our world that are very, very blessed and very spoiled. U.S., we're one of those countries. Like, we're very spoiled. Have lots of opportunities, available for us. Now, those of us of color, we've had to struggle a little bit over the many, many, many years and decades to get where we need to be and to do what we need to do. My dad, hi daddy, my dad for years ago would tell me different things, and I learned from him and my mom, God rest her soul, about some of the struggles they went through, growing up in the 50s and the 60s. And so, yeah, but it's a new day. It's a new day. Speaking of a new day, well, let's talk about this quote. Your limitation is your imagination. So if you're limiting yourself and what you can do in life and how you can, you know, move out of your current situation, it's up here. It's really up here. But is it right here? Is it in your heart to get out and to move? So, mind you, I'm preaching to the choir. Like, as I speak to you all, I'm speaking to myself as well. So don't think I'm sitting here preaching at you. Nope. We're doing this all together. All together. So let's remember that your limitation, it's just your imagination. So that's going to be your quote for the week, and remember that. Okay? So remember that. So let's talk about, are you voting? Did you vote yet? Are you voting? If you did vote, let me know in the comment section if you voted. If you haven't voted yet, when are you going to vote? And I don't want to know who you want to vote for, because that's between you and the candidate you choose. Okay. Hi Kevin. Oh my gosh. Hey Kathy. Kathy, hello. Kevin Fox, I haven't seen you in forever. How are you? Goodness gracious. So I want to make sure that good morning, sweetheart. Good morning. Gosh, you know what? I need to do a live for just my SCPA people. Like, just us to catch up. Wouldn't that be great? So maybe I'll do that on next Monday. We'll see. But if you're voting, um, how important is your vote? And don't get me started on how, those of us African Americans and our ancestors had to fight to vote. I hope that you are voting. Hey, Rich, good morning. Again, SCPA. Hi, Jacqueline. How are you? Good morning. Happy Motivation Monday. It's Car Coffee with Kim. Every Monday. We'll be doing this every Monday. Again, you guys, I want you to put in the comment box, what motivates you? What motivates you to get up in the morning? What motivates you to succeed in life? What motivates you to get out of the situation you're in that may not be a great situation, to get out of it? Okay. And many of us have been in those situations where there's lots of things that have happened in our lives and we've had to get out of it. We've had to move on. There are times we don't want to get out of bed. I've been there. Depression is real. Some of you have probably been battling depression and dealing with, life issues. Right now, our country is crazy. 2020 has been mad, right? And some people have suffered not only anxiety over it, and you already have anxiety, and then all this stuff happens with COVID and with the election and with things that are going on around you and keeping your children safe and your family safe. It's a lot for a lot of people. So if you are struggling with depression, let me say this. It's okay to get help. I hope you're hearing me. Look at me. It's okay. Do not sit at home and close yourself down and not get help. Depression is very real. Depression has a different way of showing itself. It can be you just don't want to get dressed in the morning. You may not eat very much. You may get up and go to work and everything, but it's hard to do that. Depression has many faces. And I did. And I'm gonna be a little transparent. I have, as you all know, I have children with special needs, and they can be a challenge. And I remember, I never forget this. This was a year ago. I had a breakdown. Like, I could not function. I broke down and I could not function. Right? I think it's important that you go and get help. And I did. I said, you know what? I gotta go talk to somebody. I need to figure out what I'm doing here. It was the best thing I could have ever done. And I remember speaking with the assessor, who was a therapist, who gave me my referrals. Hello, William. How are you? She talked through my situation, and I remember just crying and bawling, and it was so cathartic, and I was able to get rid of all that stuff I was holding on to. And then I started seeing a therapist. Haven't seen her because she got fired. Well, it's not she got fired. They let go a lot of the therapists in the organization because a new organization bought out that office. So now I was looking for another therapist. But so far I've been pretty good, doing well. But let me say this again: if you are suffering with any type of depression, anxiety, feeling like you can't thrive, you can't get up out of bed, you can't eat, you can't move, get some help. Okay, so I just want to make sure I throw that in. And I want to, again, I'm going to keep saying this quote: your imagination, your limitation, it's only your imagination. So remember that you can do all things. You can do all things. You can function. You can, if you believe it, you can achieve it. I mean, my mama used to say that all the time. She used to tell me that all the time. And it is really true. I know it sounds cliche-ish, but it really is. If you believe you can do something, there are people who are doing well, or doing, what their well may be. It may just be being a great mom. Your satisfaction in life may be just getting your kids up for school in the morning, getting the kids on a school bus, cooking dinner for them when they come home, and lunch for them when they come home. Doing what that's a success for some people, and they're very happy in that space. That's successful. You're living the life you want to live. That's successful. That's your motivation. Your motivation may be your children. Okay? But, it doesn't matter. It could be you may own a lawn care business. And when you go in and you do your lawn care, and people say, oh my gosh, they did such a great job, because you're into it, right? So, that's awesome. Good morning, Sister Lisa. Good morning. I'm going to read what she says. She says, I am motivated by seeing what can be and achieving baby steps, encouraged by my God and my mate. Yes. I love that. I love that. Yes, let me shout out my mate. Hello, Kojo, baby. I love you. Ah, he's so awesome. I miss him so much. Miss him so much. He's a wonderful man. That man of mine. Oh my gosh. Okay, I digress. But that's really good, Lisa. That's really, really good. So I'm going to bring on our guest as soon as I see her. I need her to wave at me. Let me know she's here. I'm so excited to bring her on. So excited. And I know people are coming in and out, coming in and out, coming in and out. But we're going to, again, rebroadcast this in a minute. And this is very important. I'm getting back to voting. Are you registered to vote? Are you registered to vote? If you're not, if you haven't voted, if you don't want to go to the polls, you have until November the 2nd to turn in your ballot, your paper ballot. You can drop it off at the Board of Elections. You can mail it now. But honestly, I would feel great just by putting it in the box if you don't want to go around people. We're actually, my whole family, we all go together. So it's what we do every election, whether it be a primary election or a secondary election, we go together. We all go together. So, with that being said, so are you registered to vote? Who are you voting for? And are you looking at that candidate's credentials? Look at their past. What have they done? How have they affected the area that you need the most? For me, it is being an entrepreneur in a small business. I can't have more taxes. Like, this year I pay taxes every year, of course, every year. And I'm fortunate that I have lots of dependents because I have children with special needs. I can get a little wiggle room with paying and I get some money back, because of that. And then of course, I claim everything, like my mileage and everything. However, I don't need more taxes. I cannot be taxed anymore. And the corporations and the companies in the higher tax brackets aren't getting taxed. That makes no sense. So the little man gets taxed all the time. I can't. I can't. So there's, both presidential candidates are saying what they're doing for taxes. Please, I'm not going to talk about that or any of the candidates per se. I'm going to let them speak for themselves and or go, you guys do your research. We on Mondays, we're going to, up until election day, I may do a few more lives that are not Mondays just to talk to some of the candidates that are local here in Hamilton County and kind of let them talk about what they are doing and what their campaign platform is and what they're doing that will provide for us and what they're doing that will impact their constituents here in Hamilton County. So um, I'm trying to see if my girl is on yet. I don't see her. I'm going to keep chatting until I see her. Very excited about her coming on to talk with you guys. Gosh, I can't see her yet. So, if sis, if you're here, please let me know and I'll add you on so we can chat. So, again, Motivation Mondays. Let me remind you of our quote for the day. It is your limitation. It is just your imagination. So, what can you imagine to that can catapult you to a whole new level in life? Like what can you imagine? Some of us can reinvent ourselves, and I personally have done that. As you all know, I have worked as a publicist. I've worked in PR for many years, starting from my corporate days in the early 90s. Yeah. It's been before that. Yeah, the early 90s, because before that I was doing other work, working for insurance companies. And then I started doing PR for corporate, specifically to Fortune 500 companies, IBM and Prudential Insurance Company. I worked in the PR department, I should say. And I hated it. Hated it, hated it, hated it, hated it. And I was so happy when in 93, when IBM start to close down their shops, their offices in Cincinnati, and we were offered an RTO package. I took that package and I started my business. I first worked for a nonprofit, did coordination for a nonprofit organization, and then I later went and started my business in 2000. So July 10th this year was 20 years that I was in business. I've been in business. It's been rocky. It's been rocky, up and down. Sometimes I don't make money, sometimes I do. Up and down, up and down. Thank goodness I'm resourceful. Thank goodness I had a little bit of a savings. And there are times where it's like, oh, can I pay the mortgage? And oh, can I just work through it. So, but you have to reinvent yourself. And so, as you all know, I've been working as a publicist for many years. And now my drive has changed a bit. And I have two nonprofits that I work with, and I have decided to move toward doing more of humanitarian work as opposed to PR work. And I'm gonna tell you why. I love being a publicist, don't get me wrong. And I'll continue to work as a publicist, maybe part time, honestly. But I want to put all of my energies into my nonprofit, Urban Families for Autism, and specifically the nonprofit in Ghana, West Africa, Hope Setters Autism Center, and Community Connections in Cincinnati. So I really want to just dive into that and do that. Okay. All right. Miss Alicia is here. Yes, I just gave it away. I need to bring you on. There she is. Okay, I told you who, but now she's here. I'm so excited. Let's see if I can get on. It says it's adding, it's connecting.
Hey,
She is. There's my sister.
how are you?
I'm awesome, sis. It's the Reece sisters in the house.
Hello.
Come on.
It's dangerous, the two of us at the same time.
It's over. It's over. How are you?
Man, I'm doing good. I am, we're down to, 8 days before
8
the
days.
election. And I've been back and forth to the Board of Elections, trying to get myself together. And I'll tell you, it's people are coming out to vote. We have a large group of people who have voted already. We have Hamilton County is outnumbering every county in the state of Ohio. So kudos to everyone who's already voted. And we've got to get it in early with all of the craziness, the shenanigans. We've got to get this vote in early so we can lock it in. I want to clarify one thing because I had a hard primary. They had recruited people to run against me in the primary, and over $625,000 was spent against me. When this election is over $1 million will have been spent against me in this race. We won the primary, but we had to get people to fill out that application to get absentee ballots because they had stopped the election, and then you could only vote by mail. So I got a call from my good friend, owner of Goodies, and he was like, well, I've been waiting on my ballot because I thought I filled out the application. I said, no, that was for the primary. So to everyone who filled out an application in the primary, I want you to know that you have to fill out a different one for the general. So if you fill one out of the primary, you haven't gotten it because you didn't fill another one out, just get to the Board of Elections because it's really too late to be talking about mailing in something or waiting to get a ballot. So if you have not filled the application out already, the best thing to do is to get to the Board of Elections. And I'm telling you, even though you see the lines, the Board of Elections has done an excellent job on the inside. Now, the outside is a different story, but on the inside, they've done a great job in terms of getting you in and getting you out. They have over 20 booths. It's safe. They got the plexiglass. You in and out in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, if you get that blue ticket, it'll cut down on confusion. You'll know who the Democrats are. We're out there with the blue ticket. So going to the election is the best way to do it. If you already got your ballot in the mail, get it over to the Board of Elections. You can just drop it. They've got the drop box. Put it in the drop box and move on. And that's the best way we can guarantee that your vote will be counted.
Right, exactly. You're right. First of all, shout out to Joe Mallory, who has been updating us on the phenomenal outpour of voters in Hamilton County who have showed up and showed out. Shout out to the Divine Nine who have been showing up and showing out and coming to the polls and doing it right to vote. Shout out to Fanon Butler. Shout out to Jessica Miranda. Shout out to all these artists, these candidates that people are coming out and getting people to vote. It's just been phenomenal. And of course, you, Alicia, you have been everywhere. And I'm like, I know she's tired, but you don't get tired because you keep moving.
Yeah, we can't get tired. The Reece sisters, you and I, we don't get tired. And let me just say that, there's a strategy to this. A lot of people say, oh, Alicia, you're working hard. And I appreciate that. But hard work, sometimes people say hard work, and they don't give credit on strategy. It's a strategy. We know exactly where we need to get our votes from. We put together a plan to do that. We're helping the entire Democratic ticket. At the same time, fighting against two opponents in the Republican Party that has targeted us, and they're targeting us because getting people out to vote is kind of what I've always been about. It is who I am. It's in my DNA. And the article came out today, finally saying that the state constitution under voting rights says you can't be an idiot, right, to vote. So this is how, and I tried to change the Constitution. Now they want to change the Constitution. I've been, Kimberly, we did the voter bill of rights, got 100,000 signatures. Now, you know, uh, 6 years later, now they're saying, oh, we need to change the Constitution. We've been saying that. But the reality is right now, this weekend, this whole effort, it has been a team effort, like you said. Joe Mallory, NAACP, fantastic job, and they've got Rise to the Polls and educating people about voting and the candidates. And we've had the National Action Network. They just sold to the polls yesterday with the clergy and Pastor Bumani Taimba and Pastor Quint Monroe, who's the new, along with Pastor Leslie Jones. We had we had 2 marches, and Pastor Jones took us to church. I mean, we marched to fight the power, and it was on. I mean, it was amazing as we marched on Saturday. Because we had what I call rally to vote. So that whole day, we had everybody working together. And that day was the second largest day in the history of early voting, in the state of Ohio. It was, and it was the largest day of African Americans voting in the history of the state of Ohio. So we're making history. People are coming out to vote. And for those who, like I tell people, do not get confused, and you will not lose. There is a movement to confuse, particularly people in the African American community. If they can get us debating, well, I don't know, and somebody said this on an ad, and I got a mailer that said that, and I think I'm just going to not participate. Well, that's what they want. In fact, we're in the bullpen every day, and we're right next to the Trump supporters, and they're pushing bullhorns in our faces. I mean, we've heard all kind of things. Communists, monkeys, they've even mentioned George Floyd, trying to get us roused up. And at the same time, they got a campaign called Walk Away.
I think I lost her for a second. Hopefully she will come back on. I don't know what happened. Oh, Alicia, lost you. Oh, goodness. Tell you what, I'm gonna close.
Okay, let me see about adding her back on. Oh, I lost her. Oh, I lost her. Let me see. Oh gosh, it was getting very good. Uh, I lost it. Okay. Well, I lost her. But hopefully she'll come back on. And now let me say this as piggyback to what she was saying. Alicia has been working tirelessly in our community for years, not just during election time. And that's why I wanted to bring her on, not just because I consider her a sister, but I know this woman. I'm not like, there's lots of candidates who want to talk and want to talk about their platform. I want to talk to Alicia specifically because even when the spotlight is off, even when nothing is going on, Alicia has been there in the community doing things. She has helped for the revitalization of North of Avondale. She has done so many. She talked about the voter bill of rights for years. She and I were talking about this years ago about getting signatures and getting that changed. She has been working tirelessly for years while she was in the state house up in Columbus, while she was vice mayor. Okay, she's back. Let me bring her back on. Hold on 1 minute. Let's see. Huh. I don't see you. I see you, but I don't see you. Can't bring you back on. Oh, let's try again. Come back. in. Okay, I think you're back. Hold on a second. There you go. Okay, you're coming back on. Good. It's connecting.
Hey, I'm
There she is.
sorry. People calling me like crazy, interrupting. But but what I want to say, they've got a campaign, walk away, you know, trying to get people to not vote. And what I'm trying to tell people is if you don't vote, you still vote.
Okay. So I lost her again. So you know what, Alicia, what we're gonna do is uh let's see. It's I lost her again. Let me take you off again here and then
Re-add you in a minute, or I'm going to be closing out here shortly. But let me just say that there are people who talk the talk but don't walk the walk. Alicia, for many years, has walked the walk. She talks about what she's doing and she's continued to do it. So kudos to you, sister. I hope we get that internet connection fixed. She was talking about this campaign about walk away, and I've heard about that campaign. Yes, there are people who don't want us to vote, and they have been up at the polls. They have been um, bothering poll workers. They have been bothering campaign workers for specific candidates and yelling at them and throwing things at them. We've heard lots of things, but guess what? Our ancestors went through that. Our grandparents did that. They fought, and they were bitten by dogs. They were had water hoses sprayed on them, and to keep them from voting. And guess what? So we don't have to be fearful of that. And yeah, I've heard that there are people who are saying, "Well, I'm not going to vote because I've heard this, I've heard that." That shouldn't deter you from voting. Look at the candidates, look at their history, look at what they've done. Stop listening to other people. Do your research and make your decision from there. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. This has been a great Motivation Monday. 8 days to election. Get out and vote. Also, I'm going to leave you again with our quote for the day. It is your limitation. It's only your imagination. So please go out there and be great. Happy coffee. Thank you again, Duncan. Shout out to Tiffany Ware. Tiffany, glamhoarder.com. I'm going to showcase a business, an entrepreneur, a small business every Monday. And I want to give a shout out to Tiffany Ware. And the reason I'm doing that, because it's Tiffany's birthday. So I wanted to make sure I gave her a shout out. So thank you for joining me. Hello, Sheila. Auntie Sheila. Hi, sweetie. How you doing? I'm just about to close. So you guys make it a great day. Enjoy your Monday. Here in Cincinnati, it's very gloomy and all that good stuff. But hey, don't worry about it. Make the best of this day. Enjoy yourself. Be a great light to someone. You never know who you're going to bless. Hello, Lorraine. How are you? You never know who you're going to bless. So happy Motivational Monday. Make it a great day. Go bless somebody. Inbox somebody you haven't talked to in a while. Make their day. Okay. God bless you guys.